So good, man. As I look at myself, drink a Dunkin' Donuts coffee so early in the morning, doing this Monday Night Raw review, it makes me think. Just makes me think, man. It gets the brain cells working in the morning. The taste of this coffee was better than Monday Night Raw. Me sipping this cup of coffee, I am finding more enjoyment in Dunkin' Donuts coffee, light and sweet, better than Monday Night Raw. The candle burning in my living room, making my apartment smell nice and fresh and clean. I get more enjoyment out of that this early morning than thinking about last night's edition of Monday Night Raw. You guys may be thinking, JD, you're hilarious, you're funny, you're hilarious. I'm being serious. Yeah, I may be stretching the fucking envelope a little bit. I may be over-exaggerating, I may be, fibbing with you guys, but I'm trying to describe to you in humorous ways how bad Monday Night Raw was last night. Some of you guys may come on here, oh, JD, it was a decent show. It wasn't that bad. It was bad. When a professional wrestling enthusiast like me can go on Twitter and say, for the last, I don't even know how long, was it 5-6 weeks now, that I'm going to go grab my pillow and blanket early because Monday Night Raw is putting me to sleep. I was yawning by 9:15. By 9:15, I was yawning. I zoned out. I was even contemplating hopping on Destiny and just joining my guys on there, farming for fucking legendary items. That's what I was about to do. That's how bad Monday Night Raw was last night. We're going to go over it. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I'm going to go over it, what I found wrong with the show. And the one thing I want to talk about, and obviously I'll get to the fucking bunny in a little bit, fucking pathetic. I don't understand how the bunny is now a focus point on Monday Night Raw. He's got his own fucking segment. He's more popular than Adam Rose. At that point, Adam Rose, please quit your job and find a new gimmick. That's it. Done. Bunny Mania was the #1 worldwide trend on Twitter last night. Do you know how fucking sad that is as a wrestling fan? Bunny Mania. We have fucking Brock Lesnar as the WWE champion, and the #1 fucking hashtag in the world is Bunny Mania. You don't find anything wrong with that? I do. Anyway, but we'll talk about that a little later. But the one thing I want to rant about today, about what happened on Monday Night Raw, okay? I got into a little back and forth with this fucking elderly woman coming out of nowhere last night on Twitter, saying that, John Cena had Brock Lesnar beat. Because I take to the fucking Twitter universe and be like, John Cena, you didn't have Brock Lesnar beat last night, buddy. AAs aren't going to get the job done. Okay? So this woman comes back and tells me, oh, John Cena would have had the Beast Incarnate. Typical of a fucking John Cena fan. The Beast Incarnate is what she called Brock Lesnar. So, she said that Brock Lesnar was beat by John Cena. John Cena would have been the WWE champion, blah, 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 playing up to the typical WWE fucking force-fed bullshit. So I take to her fucking Twitter comment and I say, lady, please, do you know what you're talking about? Brock Lesnar is the WWE champion. Alright? He was given one of the most holiest fucking streaks, the holiest of accomplishments in the WWE, by The Undertaker, delivered on a silver platter. Alright? He is the WWE champion for a reason. You think AAs, an attitude adjustment, is gonna level a world-class athlete like fucking Brock Lesnar? No. No. So I got that out of the way. That was squashed. I put her in her place because obviously she's just going off what is on WWE TV. So I squashed that. She never commented back to me because how could you when I come back at you with what I said, okay? Speaking of Brock Lesnar, intertwining this into Brock Lesnar, he wasn't even on the show last night. Wasn't even on the show last night. No peep of Brock Lesnar from the announce team. No fucking mention of Paul Heyman. No sign of Paul Heyman. Why? He is your WWE champion. He holds the company's top prize. The world's top prize in professional wrestling. And he's not on the show. Granted, I know why he's not on the show, but at least make a fucking mention of him. But with that bad, news that Lesnar wasn't even mentioned, obviously there's some good. Obviously there's some good, okay? So I don't understand the reasoning behind that, not mentioning Brock Lesnar on WWE TV. It just plays into the whole idea that Lesnar is your champion. He doesn't give a fuck. He does what he wants. He beat John Cena now twice, okay? Once at SummerSlam, and realistically, he didn't beat him at SummerSlam, but in actuality, he did because he's still the WWE champion. So, John Cena has failed twice against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is done. He's doing what he wants. He's home recuperating. He'll be back when he's ready to return, all right? I get that, all right? I get that he's got limited dates. But the WWE signed him to added dates, more dates, so why not use him? The reports were saying WWE can use Lesnar whenever they want. Why not use him after a pay-per-view, man? After a pay-per-view, after a highly anticipated rematch that Michael Cole was bragging about, one of the most epic rematches in WWE history or in recent memory. You're not going to have the WWE Champion even mentioned, let alone show up on Monday Night Raw? Mistake number one. Mistake number two, Ambrose and Rollins, alright? Everyone was just fucking salivating at the mouth for this feud. It's been built perfectly. The interactions with the two have been brilliant. The matches that they've put on have been fantastic. Okay? Now, you include John Cena in the hunt for Seth Rollins. Now you got Ambrose and Cena going after Rollins. My take on this is that now since you included John Cena in this hunt for Seth Rollins, right? It makes Dean Ambrose and his attempt at Seth Rollins fucking garbage. Nobody's going to care about Dean Ambrose's redemption on Seth Rollins now because John Cena is now included in the hunt for Seth Rollins. Everything that Ambrose wants to do to Seth Rollins is going to be secondary because John Cena now seems more important. John Cena's vendetta against Seth Rollins now outweighs what he did to Dean Ambrose. Why? Why is it like that, man? We don't want to see Cena and Rollins, man. First, we need to see Dean Ambrose get his redemption on Seth Rollins. Now you're making as if John Cena's vendetta and his screw job at Night of Champions for the WWE Championship is more important than Dean Ambrose's vendetta and agenda against Seth Rollins because he turned his back on him in the Shield. Do you see what I'm talking about? Everything that Dean Ambrose has done now is just pushed to the back and made to look secondary, all for John Cena. I don't understand why John Cena needs to be number one in everything he is doing. That's what I took away from last night's segment. Everything they did regarding Seth Rollins made Dean Ambrose look secondary because John Cena is more important. John Cena got screwed out of the WWE Championship. He's more important. He got fucked at Night of Champions. He's more important. So John Cena's number one vendetta now is Seth Rollins. Forget Dean Ambrose. That's what I took away from that segment. But the opening felt rather weak. It felt weak, man. I enjoy Dean Ambrose. I'm glad he started off the show. I'm glad he's back. It adds a little dynamic to the show. A lot more interesting than what's going on right now with everybody else on the roster. But the opening segment felt weak. It felt rushed. It felt forced. There was not enough intensity there like we've seen. And that has to do with John Cena being included. If it was just Rollins and Ambrose, then it would have been fine. But John Cena now has to throw himself into the fucking hat, into the mix, and it all of a sudden just gets watered down. It gets fucking washed out. Done. And the car chase scene was cool. I like the intensity from Ambrose. He brings it like nobody else on the roster. Rollins escaped to the back room. By any means necessary, was looking to escape the grasp of both Ambrose and Cena, okay? So he finds some fucking guy pulling luggage out of the back of his minivan, and he hijacks the minivan, gets into the fucking driver's seat, and starts to drive away. Ambrose, like the lunatic that he is, the lunatic that they're billing him as, jumps into the fucking trunk with the trunk still open, trying to get into the car while Rollins is driving away. Ambrose all of a sudden is forced out of the car because Rollins speeds away. That was a good segment, man. I like the intensity of Rollins and Ambrose by themselves. When Cena was there, it just looked like he was like a sore thumb, man. He was just sticking out like a sore thumb, and that he wasn't really wanted or needed in that segment. You know, I understand what they're going to do with Rollins and Cena, but it all goes back to Night of Champions, where WWE forced Seth Rollins to interfere in that match because they had no other idea how to book that match. They needed to keep the title on Lesnar. They needed to make John Cena look strong in the match at the same time. So include Rollins in there, have him interfere, have him just cause chaos, and that was the only out for WWE at Night of Champions, which I understand. Because they backed themselves into the corner, and they have nothing else to do. They had no other alternative but to book that ending at Night of Champions. And Cena, you know, and his agenda against the Authority, yes, it works because it's been ongoing for months now. I understand that. But we first want to see Ambrose get his redemption on Rollins before Cena gets his hands on Rollins. Ambrose, right now, is the focus point of this feud with Seth Rollins. Cena is made to look more important because he's John Cena, and that's not right. It's not right. So, I don't know what's going on here, but the positive out of all of this is that possibly, potentially, we may see John Cena move away from Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar will get new opponents, hoping that he keeps the WWE title, because that's the way it should be. Part-timer or not. He deserves the WWE Championship. There's no one else in the company at this point in time worthy of even holding that belt. You give it back to Cena, you're just going back on all the work you did to build up Lesnar, and that is fucking illogical. Plain and simple. But this may mean that Cena is moving on from Brock Lesnar, and that's the most important thing here. I don't know what's going on. We still got 3 weeks before Hell in the Cell, 4 weeks before Hell in the Cell. We don't know what's going on. I don't know what Lesnar's dates are. I don't know when he's going to show up on Monday Night Raw. But hopefully this means that Rollins and Cena will have some kind of mini feud. Ambrose will be involved in some way, shape, or form, and Lesnar will move on from the whole John Cena thing. He proved his point. Cena gets no more rematches. The rematch clause is fucking terrible. It's a fucking cheap way out. His rematch was happening at Night of Champions. He got fucked by the Authority. It is what it is. No more rematches for John Cena. Now, anything else that happened on Monday Night Raw, I really don't even know what to talk about, man, because everything else was completely fucking garbage. We got the Bunny dancing around in the ring with Adam Rose. This is not why I watch professional wrestling, man. The Bunny Mania was trending #1 worldwide on Twitter. I don't believe that the WWE actually put the Bunny in a fucking tag team match, and he outshined Adam Rose. What does that say to Adam Rose? It means you're doing a shit job, that the WWE sees nothing in you. They see more talent in Sami Zayn underneath the fucking bunny costume, more than the actual character of Adam Rose. Garbage. Not needed on my TV. It was a waste of fucking time. All goes back to WWE got to get rid of this fucking 3-hour format, man. They got to get rid of this 3-hour format. If not, we're going to continue to see trash like this on our TVs. 2 hours is enough to get every major storyline on Monday Night Raw on the USA Network. When you book it to 3 hours, the WWE doesn't know what to do, and the trash like that and Bunny Mania is included on the show. I don't care for it, man. Dolph Ziggler invoked his imaginary fucking rematch clause last night. Lost the title at Night of Champions, wins it back on Monday Night Raw. Why did you take the title off him to begin with? I understand why they do things like this. It brings attention to the mid-card. It makes the battle for the IC title seem a little bit more competitive. But I also don't want the IC title traded back and forth like a fucking plate of chicken and rice, alright? I don't want that going on. That's not really needed right now. But either way, you guys who were unhappy about Dolph Ziggler losing at Night of Champions, he is now, again, the Intercontinental Champion in a better match than they actually had at Night of Champions, by the way. We also got Bo Dallas versus Jack Swagger. Again, I don't care. This match was fucking garbage for the simple reason that all the announce team did was bicker back and forth about fucking Mark Henry and Rusev. Their focus was on Mark Henry and Rusev, and they didn't even get me invested or interested in what was going on with Jack Swagger or Bo Dallas. There was no mention of their fucking prior matches. There was no mention as to why these guys were feuding. All they did was bicker back and forth about fucking Rusev and Mark Henry and the United States of America and this and that. Everything but the actual match in the ring. Garbage, man. These are the little things I look out for, and I even mentioned it on Twitter, man. Are these guys going to bicker back and forth, or are they actually going to make me care about what's going on in the ring? Because when they do shit like that, I want to flip the fucking channel and shut the entire show off completely. I hate that shit, but regardless, Jack Swagger wins against Bo Dallas on Monday Night Raw. Mark Henry versus Rusev. Mark Henry is fast approaching that fucking group of Kane and Big Show in the fucking Get Them Off My TV group. I know some of you guys mentioned that on Twitter last night. Mark Henry is fast approaching that fucking group. I don't want it. I don't like Mark Henry as a fucking face. He's much better as a heel. Get him out of this fucking shit feud with Rusev. He was destroyed last night. End it. We don't need to see it anymore. It's over. Move Rusev on to Sheamus now and have him fight for the United States title like I've been fucking saying for the last 2 months on here. I know it's going to happen, but WWE's waiting for, I guess, their right time to pull the trigger on that feud. I think that would be a fucking awesome feud. It would gain more heat that Rusev seems to be losing right now. He seems to be losing a little bit of steam because this fucking USA shit against Russia is really getting fucking old. I'm tired of it. It would gain Rusev that heat that he has lost thus far in a feud with Sheamus and a possible win over the United States champion. So, I would like to see something like that happen. Hopefully WWE is actually going in that direction. Goldust and Stardust teamed up with Cesaro to battle the Usos and Sheamus. Great match. It was given an ample amount of time. I love watching all 6 of these guys. These 6 men actually were the show stealers at Night of Champions, so I did not mind seeing a 6-man tag, even though it is typical lazy booking on WWE's part. I enjoyed that match very much. Probably the match of the night on Monday Night Raw. We've seen Natalya and Summer Rae. Please move on from the Total Divas shit. I don't give a fuck. Total Divas is actually ruining whatever is left of the Divas division because, quite frankly, I don't care. Nikki Bella again came on, Monday Night Raw and started screaming at her sister, Brie, saying that she wants exclusivity of the Bella name. Please, give me a fucking break. I don't want to hear nothing regarding these two. It was good when it happened. It was interesting when it happened when she turned on her sister at SummerSlam. But for the fucking time built and put into this feud, I couldn't care any less than I do now about Nikki Bella and Brie Bella. And the funny thing Nikki Bella says is, why don't you take your husband's name, that fucking unimportant little troll, blah, blah, blah. They put down Daniel Bryan in such a way that they call him a troll, and they call him, he's a failure, blah, blah, blah. They could put down Daniel Bryan all they want. When he comes back, he's going to be the #1 guy in the WWE. Even at this point, being that he's injured, he is still the one guy people want to see, and he's the most talented guy on the roster. So you can call him a fucking troll, an untalented, a fucking B-level superstar, all you want. Daniel Bryan can out-wrestle anybody on the fucking roster, even when he's injured. So fuck that. I picked that apart, too. I don't know why they say shit like that, but regardless, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, done with this fucking feud. Shit like this does not belong on my TV, and it's only furthering fucking the Divas division for absolute, complete, utter fucking failure. Done. Total Divas is a fucking waste, and it's done nothing but fucking add bullshit and garbage and trash segments to Monday Night Raw. Shit that nobody wants to see. You don't want to see it, I don't want to see it. So that's my opinion on that. And, the typical John Cena vs. Randy Orton ending, that fucking match put me to sleep. They fought all the way up to 11:05, and then all of a sudden, disqualification. And then where's Seth Rollins gonna go? He's gonna pick up the fucking table. He sees Dean Ambrose, who was fucking earlier trapped in a closet. How the fuck did he get out of the closet to begin with? They didn't explain that one. How did he get out? Did he fucking climb through the vents? Did he fucking escape? Did he take a silver spoon and just dig his fucking tunnel out of the fucking closet? Where did he go? Did they even explain how he got out of the closet? Later to be seen underneath the table that was sitting outside by the ring? Did anyone explain that? I don't know if I missed it or not. I don't know what they said. Please inform me, because at that point I had shut the TV off. But regardless of that, how did Ambrose get underneath the table? How? Where was he going to be? As soon as they showed the table, oh, everybody's saying, I wonder where Ambrose is going to be. Typical fucking ending to a shit Monday Night Raw. That's my fucking rant on that. Illogical, childish stupidity on WWE's part. They don't explain anything. They got 3 hours to build a decent show. Meanwhile, they got loopholes all over the place. They don't explain how things happen. They rush through segments. They give us fucking segments that don't belong on a wrestling show. AKA Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, the fucking bunny. This is fucking trash, man. Monday Night Raw, and no Bray Wyatt, by the way. There was no Bray Wyatt on Monday Night Raw. No sign of Bray Wyatt. One of the must-see guys on WWE TV is not even on the fucking program. No peep, no mention of Bray Wyatt. No mention of Brock Lesnar. Great job, WWE. This show was so fucking bad, I'm all over the fucking place just ranting and complaining about this shit, man. Trash. The 3-hour format's gotta go. You gotta go back to 2 hours. Otherwise, you're gonna drive this company into the fucking ground, and you're gonna lose every fucking remaining viewer that you have. The loyal fans, the fans that matter. Because you can't book a proper Monday Night Raw. You lost touch with the fucking fan base. You want to book the WWE to fucking promote the network, and that's all you care about is John Cena and the network and making money. Meanwhile, your product is fucking failing. You're doing nothing to entice the viewer to watch on a weekly basis, man. We watch and we don't want to watch again until something fucking great happens. And when is that greatness gonna happen, man? When you finally bring in Sting, Kurt Angle, and you fucking get to the Royal Rumble and you bring these NXT guys up to fucking give you a shot of adrenaline, man. Things need to change. If they don't change quick, WWE may just fucking be completely done, man. It's looking like WCW in its final days, man. It's that fucking bad. People have been telling me, JD, go watch TNA. You'll do yourself a favor. TNA is much better. I may just do that. I may just watch Impact and watch all the previous New York City shows that they did because you guys say that it was fucking great. I may actually do that. Monday Night Raw is not giving me what I want on a Monday night. I want excitement. I want unpredictability. Meanwhile, I'm getting fucking stale bullshit with bunnies hopping around and fucking Nikki Bella and Brie Bella can't act. It's just fucking trash, man. I'm done. I'm done with Monday Night Raw. But I say I'm done about everything. Meanwhile, I go back and watch it. I go back and play COD. I'm done with everything. But that's what I say, man. It's just me being frustrated as a fan. Alright, I'm just fucking frustrated as a viewer, as a fan. Things need to get better. Otherwise, WWE is, you know, fucking manning a sinking ship. I'll tell you that right now. But I wanted to go on a little bit, you know, shorter than I did. We're reaching 22 minutes here, guys. I'm going to end it right now. If you enjoyed my Monday Night Raw review, leave me a like, a favorite, a comment down below. It greatly helps out my channel. I am not partnered at the moment. I'm going through review processes. This is why my videos weren't uploaded like they usually are on Monday. No Mario Kart, no Call of Duty. I'll be back sometime this week when I get my channel all up and ready to go with my new partner. So look forward to that, guys. I will keep you guys updated. If you're not following me on Twitter, at JD from NY206, all the information you need to know about me and what's going on with my channel, my new partnership, there. Alright, if you guys missed any of my other videos off the script this past weekend, go and check that out down below. Chair Shot Reality down below. Joe Cronin down below. Go check that shit out. You do yourself a favor. I'm out. I'll see you guys on Off the Script for Friday. New format coming. New format coming. New background, new outline coming. It's all going to be great, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on Friday. Until then, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.